Game number 1. We're going to Nightshade. Map we haven't seen yet tonight, but I'm looking forward to it in our first PvP and our final PvP. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Nightshade, in the red for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is Parting. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner, in the blue for Raise Your Edge Gaming, it is Zest. Was there no music during the break? That is disappointing. There is definitely supposed to be music during the break, so I'll have to look into that. I don't want my breaks to be silent. I would have at least left the StarCraft music on for you if I had realized. Alright, well, so far things looking pretty normal for a PvP. We've got our double gate up at the ramp. No forges. And no single gate weirdness. Parting's going to send his probe across the map to scout. Second pylon going down in the main base of both players. That's shocking. That's really incredible. Parting just going to be annoying with his probe. Yeah, how do you like it, Zest? Your first probe always annoys all the damn Zergs. Probably the Terrans too. And now you're getting harassed. I hope it feels good. We got double stalker versus double stalker. Both players going with the more aggressive units to open with. We'll see if we get double sentry behind this, or if somebody wants to keep the pressure on. Zest taking the high ground pylon for his third pylon. Parting going for the I want to expand pylon. So we may see, yeah, further aggressive units here out of Zest. He's got a couple of adepts coming up. Double sentry coming out for Parting. Well, we have a Stargate on the way for Zest as well. Was this scouted by Parting? It's been up for a while. No, he didn't quite get the scout off. He's actually looking for a proxy because he didn't see that pylon even. Alright, let's see what Zest wants to do with this Stargate. Yeah, just going to be an Oracle. Just playing it safe, keeping it at home. Meanwhile, ooh, the Adepts and Stalkers comboing on the double Stalker here. The shield battery is not up yet. Sentries, I don't know what they're doing, man, but Zest is taking a fantastic start to this game. This sentry might eventually die. I guess eventually this shield battery runs out of energy. No, it stays alive. Zest has to leave. Parting, pretending to be one of Zest's probes. I feel like the skin makes it look actually closer than it normally would. That red is just like less obvious. But Zest sees it anyways. He's sharp-eyed. Am I going to cast the EU Cup as well? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to be here for a long time today. I'm looking forward to it. We've got that Robo coming up, or already finished for Parting, so he's got the War Prism on the way out. Hallucinated Phoenix. Oh, did this Oracle come in? Got 0 kills and took some damage. Second Oracle gonna join up. No shield battery in here. 3 sentries and a Stalker. Might want a little more anti-air than that. What does he got down to the natural? 3 Stalkers. Oh no, don't run away with those Stalkers, Parting. There's double Oracle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there's a shield battery. That'll help a little bit, I guess. But still, 5 probes going down. A Revelation going off, and the Oracles get on out of there. Parting, moving across the map. This is seen by the Revelation. Oh my god, this War Prism is so low. Parting. having a tough time here against Zest so far. He's trying to get something done. I just don't know if he has quite enough units. Zest has Blink on the way. It's going to be a while before it finishes. But if Zest can just hold here, Sentry's going to make this difficult. He's pulling the boys. Feels like he needs to. I like bringing the Oracles back. Oh, the Oracles. Oh, so close to being caught. But they get that tag on the army. Probes go back to mining. And it just feels like Zest has enough back at home where Parting can't do too much. Again, though, force fields can definitely change this up. Oracle's trying to come in, get some extra damage perhaps during this fight, but Parting keeps shooing them away. Well, that's a nice force field there. Parting taking the best fight he possibly can, at least going to be able to get a few workers. Continuing to warp in more stalkers, keeping that pressure on. Yeah, probes coming off basically fighting by themselves. These units in the main just kind of derping. 12 probes have gone down, and Zest is in some trouble. The War Prism gets sniped, though, and that will be the recall from Parting. He gets most of those units out of there. And actually, the army supply is very similar, but Parting has re-probed up 45 to 35 workers. Zest is dropping a proxy gateway. He says, I need to go now, and he has Blink Stalkers. So that's going to be a lot better offensively against Parting here. So he can grab a Stalker, blink on out. He could even blink into the main base. Is that what he's going to do? That is what he's going to do. Getting a couple of Stalkers here. Kind of just trading Stalkers, though, and there is an Immortal, so he's got to get out of there. Might need to warp in a few more Stalkers before he's able to really put the pressure on. He's got charge coming up behind this, as well as a third base. It's actually very far along, this third base. Parting has no such ability to make a third base, at least just yet. Now, Parting's army supply is quite a bit higher than Zest, 43 to 30. There isn't much that deals with charge lots here, so if Zest is able to get some charge lots out and fighting this army, could be very, very powerful for him. 6 more gates on the way up right now. Zest is going to go hard on the gateway units. Oh, and this is going to be a forced cancel for sure. There's the cancel. There's the blink away. I like this observer from Parting. Fully sees those oracles. This is actually a decent amount of stalkers here from Zest now. Parting has to be careful. He'll be getting units chipped off here and there. Parting is chronoing nothing at the moment. What was he chronoing? His own blink, it looks like. So he's trying to move out now. He says, blink away, go for it. I'll blink after you, damn it. But here are the charge lots. Charge is finished. And the army supply is actually dead even right now. There's a few force fields available. Alright, Parting Stalkers getting some good damage, blinking backwards. Parting has excellent control with these kind of Stalkers. Zest gets the Prism once again. No more Warpins, no pickups for this Immortal. Immortal's getting surrounded by Zealots, and I think there may just be too many charge lots here for Zest. Parting's army supply is falling. Stalkers are just not great versus charge lots, and they are just dying like crazy. But Zest takes a few losses as well. He's going to have to warp in some more units. Parting's third base is finally up, but if we take a look at the income advantage, it's been pretty heavily Parting this game, but went to Zest's favor for a little bit there. Ooh, Zest with the counter blink. Focusing down some of these Stalkers, and I think Zest might just have too much. He's got like the same army at this point, but it's just better, and I think Parting's gonna have to tap out here very soon. Less than half the army supply of Zest right now. More Stalkers going down by the second. Oh, that last hit, even grabbing that. These oracles have somehow not died this entire game. It's actually pretty insane. And as more zealots come in to join the fray, again, there's just nothing to handle charge lots. There's no archons here. It's just Blink Stalker versus Blink Stalker, but Zest has charge lots with it. Nobody has any damn upgrades because it's PvP, and that's how it is. There's the GG as Zest blinks one more time on top of that army. Zest will take game 1 of our finals. A little stretching, got a little yawning going on. I may actually grab an energy drink here pretty soon. Getting a little low on the energy, you know what I mean? All right, we are getting in the lobby for game number 2. Gonna be on Golden Wall. We're in the lobby. I'm gonna go grab that energy drink. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, chat. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Did you go anywhere? You better not have. Ooh, hear that? That's good stuff. All right. You know what else is good stuff? You know what's even better stuff? Game 2. So let's hop into it. We're going to Golden Wall, spawning on the right side, in the red, playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Parting. And his opponent on the left side of the map, in the blue for Raise Your Edge Gaming, Zest. PvP version 2. Zest falling on the high ground. Parting, though, a little bit brazen, perhaps. Going for that low ground wall. Got double gas coming up for both players. It's not shocking, but gotta point it out sometimes, you know what I mean? Oh my god, double gateways, guys. They both are making 2 gateways. Next, here you go. I'm a fortune teller. We're gonna have a Cybercore come up for Parting. Zest already has his on the way. Parting's actually a little bit late. Wait, did he leave a hole in this wall? No, he walled off completely. Okay, alright. I kind of love this. I kind of love this. So, here's the thing. He's full walled off in the front. But that means he can mine back here. Okay, he still hasn't taken an expansion, though. I mean, I guess you don't want to take an expansion too early. Or maybe at all, because he's going for a Proxy Twilight Council. Chat, can you not? Can you not, chat? Stargate is coming up for Zest. Alright, we'll see how these interact. Zest is scouting. Not only that there's no Nexus, but that there's no second pylon. This pylon's way too late to be the second pylon. So Zest has some information. He's sending his Stalker out to scout. He is taking a natural base. He's playing this much more normally. This is going to be, yeah, okay, so this is Dark Shrine out of Parting. which going up against Stargate is going to be pretty nice here for Parting. He's going to have a big opportunity. Dark Shrine like this. Proxy Dark Shrine isn't something we see all that often. It's not surprising, especially coming out of Parting, but I feel like every time I think, oh, this maybe it's a Dark Shrine, it just never is. You know, it's always a Stargate or a Robo in PvP. But we have the first Oracle coming over. A couple more Stalkers being warped in. Oracle going to be doing a little bit of scouting as well. We'll see this Robo. I don't know if that's good or bad for Zest. Because if Zest doesn't know that there's a Dark Shrine about to finish, a Robo may not tell him. But he's scouting around. He's looking for it. He doesn't know what he's looking for, but he's looking for it. And it looks like he will find it, but there's already a DT being warped in. He's going to need to bring that Oracle home for the Revelation. He's got a Robo, actually, so he's going to have an Observer. I think this Observer finishes before the DT gets there. Damn. Zest playing a nice, solid defensive game. Now, look, the Oracles, they find the Dark Shrine, and they're going to try to kill it. I don't know if they have enough energy to do that, but they're trying, man. Okay, the DTs are waiting for a Warp Prism. Well, that's good, because if they had just walked up here, it wouldn't have worked out that well. 2, 1. Oh my god, it has 40 hit points left. They took out 960 hit points on that structure, but didn't quite have the juice for the last 40. Blink is now starting up from this Twilight Council, so Party going to be trying to use that as well. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. He's going to get it. But there's already 2 DTs out on the map. This one is going to be fighting a cannon. Gets 1 probe kill. All right, 3 probe kills so far. Cannon's not quite up in time. Looks like just 5. Recalls the Warp Prism because that is a real Phoenix. This DT still trying to get something done, but it's not going to get this pylon. Nope, not quite. Damn. So Parting gets his tech scouted, killed, thwarted completely. He's got Blink coming up behind it, but Zest is going to be able to get Immortals out. He's got his own Twilight Council coming up. And these Oracles come in. They get 6 probe kills. So what is that? Parting's DTs killed 7 probes. And the Oracles have killed 6. And the Oracles still have use. They still have value. They're still alive. The tech to build them is still alive. None of that can be said about the DTs. Alright, well, when I said they're still alive, what I meant is this one's still alive. When I said this one's still alive, okay, I was right. When I said that one's still alive, I was right. See, you guys never listen to me. Parting is going for a Robo Bay. I guess for Disruptors? And yeah, he's going to start mining this out so that he can take the 3rd base on the backside. Few Blink Stalkers trying to get something done. He's trying to use that 4 Blink Stalker hit squad. Zelly's being warped in here. Charge on the way. Immortals coming out. Zest just building up pretty standardly solid army. His +1 is already done. He's got +2 chronoing out right now. Parting's +1. It's not even really... I mean, it's pretty close, but he's going to be like half an upgrade behind. It's actually Colossus. Colossus in PvP, guys. Now we've seen it all. I mean, I guess this is pretty solid versus a lot of Zealots, which is kind of what he died to last game, right? But, yeah, we don't see Colossus all that often in PvP anymore, it feels like. There you go. I took care of him. I don't even have mods in chat. What is this? Alright, this 4 Blink Stalker hit squad. Getting chased down by the Zealots. Meanwhile, this much larger hit squad is going to try to blink into the main. There they go. They're going to grab 1 pylon. And that weakened one, they're finishing the job that DT started so long ago. Grabbing a few pylons here, it's annoying. They do need to get out of there though. And Zest is looking for somewhere to attack. Again, this is still a full wall, so Zealot's not going to be the best versus this. I love the hallucinated Colossus versus the very real Colossi that are about to come over. Big chunk of Parting's army, or Zest's army, is going home. This section of the army is a little exposed right now. I guess they're just trying to get on top of these stalkers. Parting microing the stalkers as much as he possibly can, but I'm a little bit worried for this group of stalkers. Oh, there's just way too... Oh no, and the move command! He loses them all without even... There's no ceremony. Unceremoniously. And both players sitting on 3 bases. Parting is up on 50 workers versus Zest 41. But I just like Zest's army so much better. That being said, 3 Colossus, I guess I shouldn't underestimate the 3 Colossi here. Especially with this wall. They should be able to just chew through Zealots. I don't know what those Immortals are doing. Alright, here come the Zealots. They're charging in. Gateways are going to start going down. Oh my god, but look at this choke point. Zest. I don't like it. And now Parting's like, haha, my turn. And Zest's army is just so tiny right now. I gotta say, the Colossus seem to be working out very, very well. The Stalkers blink forward to pick off a couple more units. The Zealots charge, take out that last Immortal. Now, in the meantime, Parting has lost 21 workers and a continued warp in. Oh my god. Massive High Templar warp in. Parting's entire economy is just completely gone. He's recalling. And then Zest is going to recall. Parting has 15 probes behind this. Oh my god. Now, Parting should be able to clean the rest of this army up. And then he should have a distinct army advantage here. And once that happens, I mean, this is the only thing Parting can do right now is walk across the map. But honestly, what does Zest do to stop it? How does Zest stop this army? Even after making a bunch of units warping in, he's still down 20 supply in army. 2 Archons dropping over here should be able to get some good probe kill damage, force even less mining out of Parting. But at the same time, again, how do you stop this army if you're Zest? I don't even like Parting attacking into this third. Screw the third. You gotta go for the throat right now. Zealot's looking for the counterattack, maybe trying to pick up some reinforcements, but that will not be the case. Yeah, Zest going full base trade right now. He's sending everything across the map. He says, I'll kill you before you kill me. I don't know if that's true, though. Zest just trying to buy as much time as possible, I guess. He's got a few probes up towards the top side. They're actually still mining. Parting went up here, but didn't actually even kill all the probes or the Nexus. Sending a few Stalkers up there now. But we have full base trade mode. Parting's natural is gone. His main is under attack. His third base is under attack. This cannon is not long-lived. Oh my god, the probe. It's a massacre. Parting has 1 probe left alive. Where is it? It's way out on the map. He's got 420 minerals. He can take an expansion. Where are Zest's workers? Okay, he's got 2 moving around the top side. He only has 320 minerals, though. Zest is going to lose this final Nexus, and Zest cannot plant a new Nexus. So whatever Zest does here, this is it. This is pretty much his only army. He's not going to be able to unsupply block himself. What he can do is spread out these probes and build a few structures around the map. He should be, yeah, killing the rest of these units. He sees this Nexus. He sees this Nexus go up. Wait, was that the War Prism that just went down? Oh, okay, no. The War Prism is still alive. These Stalkers are looking for it. But it's still alive. Parting trying to kill everything. All these structures up here. Army supply is actually pretty much dead even right now. What do we have in terms of units? 4 Archons for Zest, 2 for Parting. The 4 Colossi are going to make a huge difference because a big part of Zest's army is these 10 charge lots. He also has 8 Stalkers, though. No blink on those Stalkers. Parting does have blink, even though he only has 4 Stalkers. Ooh, baby. All right. We got a raid from base trade earlier, so I know we've got those Ace 1, Ace 2 emotes in chat. Oh, that War Prism. A little dangerous, but no blink again. Zest is going to go for the dual prong. Here's the question. Does he go for the army or does he go for the Nexus? Hallucinated Archons here as well. Zest hitting from 2 sides. This army hitting a little bit early, though. A lot of it's going to go down before the fight even really begins. Stalkers in the back not doing much. Fighting Archons that aren't real. Oh my god, but is there enough? The War Prism Micro, these Archons, it's so good. They're splashing these Colossi, but I don't think it's enough. The Colossus are going to live, and that's going to be GG, and Parting is going to win the base trade. Oh my god. I questioned the Colossi. I questioned. I shouldn't have questioned. Parting, man. What a fucking game. Hell of a game. I think the big thing there is that Zest didn't have enough for Nexus. If Zest was able to mine just a little bit more, that extra 80 minerals, and get enough for a Nexus, he could have done the same thing. He could have planted the Nexus in Parting's base. Well, it looks like we might have a little bit of a break here. Parting needs to usar el baño. Yeah, the fact that Zest had to go. He had no choice. He had to go. I almost wonder if he shouldn't have tried to just kill the Nexus, but I think there were too many units there, and it wouldn't have worked either. But damn. Alright, I'm gonna look back in chat and see what I missed. I banned the guy who kept insulting me. Alright. Alright, seems like chat's being okay. You guys are a little weird, but that's okay. I like it. Alright, we're loading into game number 3 now. Going into Everdream. It's tied up 1-1. I am excited. I am excited. We've had a couple of very interesting games so far. This is one of our more normal maps in the map pool. Make sure I get all our production set up, and then we'll pop on in. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Everdream, in the red for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is Parting. And his opponent in the lower left-hand corner for Raise Your Edge Gaming, it is Zest. Somebody in chat asking if parting is getting better. I don't know where you've been. This year so far, parting has looked pretty fantastic. Honestly, he's one of the best Protosses right now. Like, this is genuinely... Parting is a top 5 Protoss at the moment. And Zest is the top 3. These guys are very closely matched. Parting's control is pretty top-notch. His ability to handle scrappy situations is maybe second to SOS in terms of high-level Protoss. And he can have some very powerful attacks. The guy is very, very good. Honestly, I think his control is a good bit better than Zest's. Zest has a lot of other advantages over parting. I think in a long macro game, I would take Zest 9 times out of 10. But when it comes to like early or mid-game fights, parting has a pretty distinct advantage in terms of like Blink Stalker control or War Prism control over most Protosses. There are very few that can match him in that regard. And it can make for some really exciting games, as we're seeing. Parting went for double Stalker and then canceled and changed it to double Adept. Zest is opening double Adept as well. He didn't go for the cancel, though. You can see his are a little bit ahead. Zest looks like he wants to take a relatively quick expansion. Looks like both players should be able to see their opponent's adepts. Oh, that cancel. Did he start those and cancel them to delay his units? I don't think Zest saw what was I mean, there's no way to check. I don't think he saw the adepts pop out before he canceled that. These adepts are staying home. I mean, what's a better defense against adepts than your own adepts? Right, though. All right, Adept's gonna come up. Parting gets the block off. Now Parting's Adepts are gonna shade on out. Are they gonna be able to do something against Zest's Adepts? They are. They're gonna grab that first hit. Zest doesn't finish the shade, so eventually Parting should be able to catch up to these. Zest behind this has 4 sentries. He's got a Robo coming up and his natural base. Behind this for Parting, he also has 4 sentries. A Forge and a Twilight are coming up behind this for Parting, though. Double Adept into Quad Sentry. How is that? How is this a thing? It's kind of insane. Both players' natural bases finishing up. And I'm really interested in how they're going to use their tech. Parting's Forge is finishing up, starting +1 immediately. Yeah, and it's going to be going into Blink. He knows better than anybody. His Blink control is fantastic. Meanwhile, Zest grabbing a Prism. Looks like he wants to head across the map pretty quickly here. Zest throwing down that Twilight Council as well. His +1 not that... Wait, what? Parting canceled his +1? But why? But why, though? I am confused. So Parting canceled his +1. It was ahead of Zest's. Zest is going for +1 himself. So I'm not sure what Parting's plan is here. Does he just want to do a big attack really early? Zest gets in and scouts, and if he was paying attention, he would have seen that Forge not moving. Okay, +1 is being researched again. I am so confused. 4 Adepts shade in. Some nice force fields, but the War Prism picks them up. 3 probes going down. Nice control there to both players, actually. It was like, oh, Adepts, oh, force fields. War Prism. That was my play-by-play. And now Blink is coming up for Zest as well, and Zest is just straight up ahead. I mean, he's got more workers. His Blink's a little bit behind, but his +1 significantly ahead now. He's got an Immortal coming out. Parting's going to try to hit right now, but he's only like 6 supply ahead. 1 warp in back at home, and there it is. And Zest should be pretty much fine to me. He's got a shield battery and an Immortal here. Okay. Oh my god. The fake Immortal. There's the real Immortal getting blinked upon, but there's a second Immortal. This one's going to go down, but Parting traded a lot of units for that. And now Zest backing up to the shield battery. So many force fields going down on both sides. I don't know whose force fields are whose. But it doesn't look like a ton of value ended up being gotten from those. They were pushing units forward towards each other, but counter force fields keeping everything Gucci. 1 adept gets into the main. I don't think Zest needs to send his whole army after that. Not many stalkers here. And Blink is done for Zest. So Zest blinks it out of there. He chases with Blink, and he's going to grab a 3rd base. Parting's 3rd base is done behind this. So that is a big bonus for Parting. But Zest has a Dark Shrine coming up, so he's going to be able to put on some undetectable pressure. Oh my god, I can't believe this War Prism. Please recall this War Prism. Oh, Zest Stalker is just finding so much damage here, and Zest is now up 54 to 40. The recall on the Warp Prism went down. Either that or it died, but yeah, there it is. And now what we could see is a warping of DTs to send like into the main or to the natural. There's no detection. There is a cannon coming up at the main now. So Parting has a little bit of detection going on. But Zest is just trying to get some damage done with his army. Blink Stalker versus Blink Stalker. I was talking about Parting's control, and I said it was better than Zest, and then Zest was like, I'm going to prove you wrong, Caster. I'm going to take some excellent trades here. And Zest's control has been really fantastic this game. That War Prism goes down, Zest is like, haha, I made you focus fire it. I have a 2nd one. Is there an observer here? There's no observer here. Does Parting have an observer at all? He has 1. Okay, it's coming with the army now, but this DT has already gotten some kills. It will finally go down. Parting goes with the offensive Blink. Does he have enough to actually do this? He takes out the Immortal, but Zest's Blink control is too good. And Zest is up 42 army supply right now. He's taking out these Stalkers. These Zealots do not have charge. They're drawing fire, but that's all they're really doing. This Immortal's doing a lot of damage in the back lines. Zest is gonna, oh, he's gonna blink right on top of him. He says, I have the more Stalkers now, and he is absolutely right. And Zest is gonna win this fight. Now, a lot of his Stalkers are very, very low. There's no charge on the way for Parting, so these Zealots really don't feel very good. The blink control back and forth has been absolutely incredible. It's like some Alpha Star shit right here. But the Zealots, again, they're just not getting any damage done. They're just there to soak some hits. And I don't think it's enough for Parting. I mean, he's just down an army supply. It's the same army. They both have +1. There's nothing else coming out behind this for either player. It's just who can warp in more Stalkers. And, well, right now Zest is winning the Stalker battles. He's going to blink on top of this once again. And that's going to be the GG. Zest is going to take game number 3 and take the lead in this series, going up 2-1. It is a best of 5, so we're not done yet. Ooh, baby. All right. Well, Zest proving that he has excellent micro as well. I'm actually really impressed. Like, I've seen Zest do some good micro before, but I don't think I've ever been really that impressed by his micro. Like, it's usually he micros decent, and then like his macro's solid, his strategy is solid. But that game was like purely solid micro out of Zest. And he made some really cool decisions. The fake Immortal, which forced a lot of shots from Parting Stalkers. And then later he had 2 War Prisms. He flew the weak one in, So the Stalkers would focus that down. That's just a little bit of extra damage going down onto those Stalkers while they're shooting at something that doesn't matter. Straight up just doesn't matter. And those little advantages help Zest a lot. Hey, what's up, Dub? How you doing, my dude? Now that we have Dubstep and SC2 full in here, chat's behaving themselves. Look at that. Just the presence of the mod swords helping out. Eternal Empire is going to be game number 4. Parting has to tie it up here. Otherwise, Zest is going to take it, man. My hair is all over the place today, man. Look at this. Crazy. I love it. All right. Players are ready. Countdown has started. We'll be loading into Eternal Empire very soon. Drives you crazy when a Stalker with 1 HP blinks back. I mean, that's the real bonus of Blink. Only these super high level players can really show us exactly how much value you can get out of Blink. Like my Blink Stalkers, they don't get this much value. Partings, Zests, insane value. All right. Changing the score, let's hop in to Eternal Empire for game number 3. Game number 4. Counting is hard. Spawning in the upper right hand corner. In the red for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is Parting. And his opponent. In the lower left-hand corner, in the blue, for Raise Your Edge, it is Zest. This is why I love PvP. Like this right here, this series is showing why I love PvP so much, and it's not even been that crazy. Like we haven't seen some cannon rushes or proxy robos or proxy Maz gateway or anything really insane. But every game can develop so differently. I think in PvP more than any other matchup, there are so many options for how you can play this game. Basically any unit composition can be viable as long as you use it correctly. It looks like Zest wants to drop a pylon up here. This isn't a great spot for any sort of tech. Yeah, so he's just gonna leave. But dropping that fake proxy pylon. Parting's gonna come up and scout. This has been consistent for him every game. I think it's quite good actually, especially since Parting is known for cannon rushing. So sending a probe in to your opponent's base every single game might normalize them to it, and like say Parting wins this game and then decides to cannon rush game 5. Zest might not realize immediately that the probe is there for a cannon. Zest is playing he's been playing pretty heavily towards the expansions so far in this series. Both players opening double adept. Oh, is that a recall? I think Zest recalled his probe back home. What a baller. Double adept chasing this probe. Parting wants to get it out of there. Run, probe, run! Rip. But Parting knows Zest has double adept now. Following it up with quads sentry once again, where Zest is going for the 6 adept build. Oh, he gets blocked. Just in time. Well played by Zest. Zest is building a robo. And yeah, going into this heavy adept style. Meanwhile, Parting always going into Twilight and Forge once again. That's what he tends to favor. It's a pretty Parting way to play. If your buildings aren't on the other side of the map, might as well go for the Twilight Forge. But here come the Adepts. Is that 8 Adepts? Damn. Zest going hard on the Adept button. He's got that printer, man. He's got that printer. He's all out of cyan ink. He can only print Adepts. And it's going brrr. Is he going to finish that shade? He is. He's right on top of these units. Grabs Stalkers immediately. The shield battery trying in vain to save some of these units. Focusing down sentries mainly. I'm going to go for some pros. The shots aren't married up. Okay, that was weird. So that does end in Zest's favor. 4 Adepts trading for 4 sentries and an Adept. And a few probes as well. A couple of probes going down. I think only one went down here, but still. Some decent damage there for Zest. Trades well. Kills the sentries, which they gain value as the game goes on. And then this pylon that I didn't think he was going to use, he ends up using for the proxy Dark Shrine. Zest pulls a page out of the big book of Protoss bullshit. Now, Parting, he helped co-author that book and still uses it every day. He has an OG copy, handwritten notebook. But Zest went into Parting's house one night. He stole that copy and he took it to the library and photocopied at least 60% of the pages. He doesn't have everything in the big book, but he's got most of it. And one thing, he doesn't use it very often, but he found the proxy Dark Shrine page and he was like, I'm gonna use it. We're doing it. Today's the day. And there we go. 2 Dark Templar warped in. What do we have here for Parting that can detect things? We have a Robo halfway done. That's what we have that detects things. And you know what? Zest knows that. Oh, man. DT's starting to hit on the workers. I'm actually surprised he went straight for workers instead of just killing the Robo. Oh, but so many probes going down. And there's, like, Parting can't go attack on the other side of the map. He's just got to wait for this Observer to finish. He recalls the Observer. 1 DT goes down, but 10 probes have fallen and Parting is behind 36 to 46 workers, as well as a ton of lost mining time. Look at this huge dip in Zest's favor. It was so even. The income was so even this game. But not anymore. And Zest compounding his advantage, grabs a 3rd base. Oh man, so Parting, one thing Parting does have going for him is +1 and Blink. I guess that's 2 things. 2 things Parting is going for him. +1 and Blink. He's also getting Charge out now. Blink is on the way for Zest. But yeah, he's definitely down in terms of those upgrades. But he's way up in economy. He's way up in army. 43 army supply to 29. And once Blink finishes, I mean, that +1 is good, but it is not the end-all be-all. It is not going to bring you back from a big army deficit. And Zest wants to go attack. He's got his 3rd base. It's going to be up and running very soon. The worker count, Parting is actually caught up in terms of worker count, but he has no 3rd base, so there's no reason to make more, whereas Zest has that 3rd base finished up now, but he's going to come for the attack. I did not see what just got killed there. I assume it was an Observer. All right, some nice force fields for Parting to start things off. These are really annoying to deal with for Zest. The blink control is very good. Oh my god, Zest blinks to the high ground. And Parting's trying to fight, but man, this is an uphill battle in more ways than one. The army supply is very, very similar, and this Immortal is getting some good damage, but it gets targeted down. And now Parting is just in so much trouble. This Immortal outputting a ton of damage. It gets blinked upon and targeted down, but Zest blinking on top of Parting's army, and Zest just has too much. He's down an upgrade, but it doesn't matter. He just had the better fight. Probes come off the line to fight this, but even if Parting's able to clean this up, now he's way down in workers again. The blink control from both players is so fantastic. Yeah, Parting pushes this back. Oh, all right, Zest offensively blinks. It's still pretty even, but no, Zest's army supply, it's always just slightly ahead. 1 or 2 warp-ins, but just slightly ahead. Look at that. He's just like 2 warp-ins ahead. Oh, there's actually stalkers in the War Prism. The War Prism goes down, so Zest doesn't really have any longevity to this attack anymore. But Parting lost, was that 8 workers in this fight? I guess really the biggest thing here is Zest is still down an upgrade. He never started +1. I'd love to see him start that up. He's got the better economy. He's chronoing out probes now so he can saturate this 3rd base. Parting does not have a 3rd base. Parting has no longevity in this game right now. He's got blink stalkers and 2 sentries. That is everything Parting has. It almost feels like it's not worth it for him to take a 3rd base, but he can attack. There's just not enough here for Parting to attack. The armies are nearly identical. Zest has a slight lead in army, but Parting has that upgrade lead. Kind of negates it. Parting does have charge finished. No, did he cancel it? Oh, Parting canceled charge. Must have preferred to have that money for more units. So no charge here for Parting. Charge is on the way for Zest. He's getting out another War Prism. Parting's going to try to attack. And he is now up in army supply. So this is his chance. This is Parting's chance. He's up in upgrades. He's up in army supply. There's only 1 shield battery here. It's going to come down to control. It's going to come down to force fields. This Stalker is sadly not part of the fight. Couple of defensive force fields. Zest trying to buy as much time as possible. Oh, this Stalker for Parting. Ooh, all right, nice blink. Parting, too good. He's trying to kill these rocks. He will take them out. There's another War Prism here that can help in the micro as well. Oh, yeah, 2 of those warping in Stalkers get canceled. But look at Zest's army supply, 73 to 63. Parting blinks in, but he gets force fielded. And I think there's just too much here for Zest. Zest control is too good. Charge is done, so these Zealots getting right on top of the Stalkers. A few of them caught behind a force field, and that's just going to be GG, as Parting does not have a 3rd base to fall back to. He does not have an economy behind this, and he has no more army. Zest is going to be our champion for today, over top of Parting, as he takes the 3-1 in this grand finals.